Hi, my name is Jörg Meyer. I'm a full professor at the veterinary college at the University of Georgia. And I like to also deal with honeybees in my job and privately. So one of the questions is, what would be great advice for beginner beekeeping? And I think the best way to learn the whole new world of beekeeping with all its secrets and all with the variety is step one is join the local beekeeper association. There is a saying that all beekeeping is local, so there's a lot of local details that are really important for you to know. So for example, beekeeping in the south in Georgia in the month of July and August is very, very different than beekeeping in Massachusetts, for example. So, and you can't really get great advice about these little special details from books, so that you just need to talk to your local beekeepers. Most beekeeper associations also have a mentor-mentee system. So if you're brand new, maybe you're just thinking about getting bees, it's still a great place to join the Beekeepers Association, because maybe you want to go and inspect a couple bees and learn the trade with a more senior beekeeper who has been doing it for a few years, and then you really get to know what is involved. Because I think sometimes people don't appreciate how much work it actually is. So this is my number one advice to become active in your local community. The other thing that I always say is, like, if you're starting to looking into it seriously and you're purchasing or you're getting bees, my recommendation is always to start with at least 2 colonies. Because if you have 2 colonies, you can actually compare them to each other. So if you only have 1 colony, and let's say they are not thriving in spring when the nectar is flowing, and the colony is maybe not building up, you have a very hard time to kind of compare it to anything, because that's the only colony that you have. Whereas if you have a second one, you can actually see subtle differences. You can see, wow, this one colony is really, really so much stronger. There is so much more activity on the bottom board and a landing board, and the other one, they just seem half as strong. So that's another piece of advice that I think is really helpful, that you have a system to compare. And then I think, obviously, read as much as you can, communicate as much, because there's a lot of opinions out there. What's interesting is lots of opinions, strong opinions. And those strong opinions only exist because it seems like there's multiple different ways how to deal with the same issue. And so you have to listen to a lot of different people with sometimes strong opinions, and then figure out what would work for you. What would work for your lifestyle, what would work for the time that you have, and then figure out a way that works for you. Because just because one person says it, or it's written in a book chapter, or it's in the newsletter or something like that doesn't mean that is the golden way. It's just one way. And always realizing this, that I could have an opinion that is very opposite of you or somebody else. That doesn't mean that I'm wrong, I'm right, you are wrong. So it's just like 2 different opinions, and all it counts is that you have fun and that your bees are surviving. I think that's it.